right, guys, welcome to a new edition of the Broncos Sports Report. I'm TJ Eckert.
I'm Luke Parrish.
And Victor Quezada.
And, guys, I think it's in the name. It's the Broncos Sports Report. I think we should start off talking about a little UCO Bronco athletics.
Most definitely.
Mainly right now, the women's basketball team over the weekend won on a buzzer-beating 3.
Right.
Moving to 19-1 on the year. Guys, what do you guys think about women's basketball so far?
It's very exciting to see. 61-60, that's just an intense game. From what I've seen, they've won pretty convincingly the last, 2 or 3 games. So, I mean, it's exciting to see a pretty close one with a 3 to end it.
Not only that, but throw in that they were on a 4-game road trip, too, and that was their worst performance of the whole season, and they still pulled off a 1-point win. They were 5 of 20 from the 3-point field. Mm-hmm. And it won by somebody who hasn't shot 3 all day and was 1 of 5 or 1 of 3, I believe, in the field.
Yeah, and I think something else that kind of goes unnoticed. Jayshawn Cooper, the big girl down low, broke the single season record for blocks.
What? How many?
I think 53 or 54. I'll have to go back and check my numbers. But she just got named MIAA Player of the Week. Wow. So that's a big deal.
Shout out to her. Woo!
Let's see. Okay, excuse me. I was off. Excuse me, Jayshawn.
Oh, no.
Cooper has 62 block shots through 20 games played, and the previous record was 55. So I was around near the.
You humble fella.
Yeah, so
that's still a bunch.
62. No, so in the last game she had 14 points, 9 boards, and blocked 3 shots. So
wow.
She's playing well. Everybody else is playing well. It's just the season's going well so far, and this is a game that maybe they came out a little lax, perhaps. They had a big win early in the week over Pitt State on the road. Pitt State was a ranked team. That was a top 10 matchup. Mm-hmm. They won that game. So maybe they just kind of overlooked Missouri Southern going in. But that's what good teams do is even when they're off, they find ways to win. So,
exactly.
Yeah, no kidding.
So they look good there. Then we'll move on to wrestling. Wrestling is also one of the big teams here, as they always are every year. They're one of the most historic programs in UCO history. They're ranked 9th now, and they won on the road in Lindenwood on Friday, and that is their 23rd straight win, ties a school record. They're undefeated on the season, and they are actually down going into the final 2 matches, had to win them both, and they won them both. So kind of the same thing, finding ways to win. Guys, what do you think about wrestling?
Also, yeah, just along that goes with basketball, just good teams find ways to win. Yep. But coming back from being down early in each match is just it's a good thing to be able to do. Just rely on the guys that are at the end of your lineup that they'll come in and win it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention getting a chance to just watching the men's Broncos team. You never think they would ever lose. That's just the way they wrestle is intense. Mm-hmm. They don't go in defensively at all. They go in aggressively. Mm-hmm. They don't go for decision. They go straight for pins. And they always get close too.
A lot of guys, a lot of people in the wrestling world and around here, really, especially myself, were curious how they were going to do this year. First year without Coach David James, legendary coach, won numerous national championships while wrestling here. Won a lot when he was coaching. People thought maybe they would take a step back. The new coach was a disciple of David James. He had wrestled under him. He had coached here a little bit, I'm pretty sure, as an assistant in the past. I need to check that, but he's been around the program before, so. Not much change inside the program going from Coach David James to our new coach.
They set the school record after that match, right? For the most.
I think they tied it. 23, I think, was a tie.
Yeah.
To tie it. So, but yeah, either way, they're undefeated still, and they're ranked 9th.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're ranked 9th and they're undefeated, but I guess I'm not very well in tune with wrestling rankings. So.
Mm-hmm. It's rigged.
It is. It's something.
That's all it is.
We need to look into it.
Okay.
And then a quick note here: Sherry Snyder of track and field broke the school record in the 1,000-meter run, which I think is insane. Why anybody would put themselves to a 1,000-meter run? But she ran it in.
That's awful.
She ran it in 3:03.02. So
which she beat the original record by a second.
Yeah. So let's see, what is that? She beat it by 69/100ths of a second, I believe. That's correct. So yeah, less than a second. So guys, have you ever ran a 1,000-meter before for time?
I ran the 3,200 and 1,600. Park College and high school.
Oh,
and
really?
To see somebody run that in a 1,000-meter is intense for me.
Much,
wow.
Because you have to sprint to get that time. You can't just jog.
No,
you can't.
No way,
you can't even stride long. You have to sprint.
Exactly right.
Right.
Crazy. Joshua Ailey also won MIAA Wrestler of the Week
Oh.
going
So
back
we
to
got
that. So
two
so
players of
two
the week.
athletes having Player of the Week honors in the MIAA. So.
Do you have any more secrets on those players of the week? You're just waiting?
No, I don't think I have any. Let me scroll through my my secret feed I have over here that nobody
no
has
kidding.
access to. Guys, if you want to have the access, go to Broncosports.com.
There we go.
All the
Okay.
stories you can
Yeah.
find. So, okay, let's move on now. Let's move on to the big story that's coming up this weekend. It's the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh.
I think everybody's excited about it. I don't know if maybe we have a whole bunch invested in this game in terms of favorite teams. I don't know if anybody in here is a Patriots or a Falcons fan, but Super Bowl always offers something for everybody. You either like watching the game, you like watching the teams, or you like watching the commercials. So they always find a way to get everybody involved. So, guys, just an early look at the Super Bowl. What are you guys thinking?
Right now, I'm kind of shooting for the Falcons. I think they'll come in. They're pretty hot on offense right now with Julio Jones, and Matt Ryan's put in a MVP-worthy performance, I think. It's just going to be a matter if they can get Julio going, get like he did against the Packers, especially coming off an injury. He's been limited this week in practice, I believe. So if they can get him going and keep Tom Brady off the field, keep their defense, the Falcons' defense can keep him kind of shut down somewhat, I think they can pull it out. But you got Tom Brady coming in for his, fifth possible Super Bowl?
Going for most all time.
Yeah, so that's a feat in itself, and that's what makes the Super Bowl special, I think, is that, I mean, he has a chance to get a fifth Super Bowl. This is, record, times they've been there, but I'm excited for this one.
I just want an excuse to eat a dip of the buffalo chicken. While I watch the Falcons try to the biggest thing I want to see out of this Super Bowl is to see the adjustment, because they came in to the playoffs hot and just roasted everybody, averaging 39 points a game. Then they're going to head into this game while Brady and Belichick have done this before. They've been off 2 weeks. They know how to come back and ready to go. Can the Falcons do the same thing?
Yeah. So
That's essentially it.
Are you leaning a certain way?
No, because
No?
if the Falcons, even if they light up the scoreboard, Brady will find a way to come close, because every single Super Bowl he's been in has been decided by 6 points.
Yeah.
On all of them. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So even if the Falcons score up 35, Brady will just come back and match that 35.
Yeah. I especially on layoffs like this, I tend to lean towards a Belichick coach team. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not
no
sure what he
kidding.
does with those guys, if he, isolates them and makes them stay in the office for 24 hours a day and focus on film or what it is. But he always has his guys ready to go. Their game plan is always sound in big games like this. I think the Falcons are a cool story because every year it seemed like when they would come into the playoffs, they would have a great record and then they lose in the first round.
Right.
This is their year, though.
Yeah.
So
now they come in. People didn't necessarily think lowly of them, but they knew the past where they'll come in with a 13-3, 12-5, whatever the record would be,
Yeah, doing
and then lose. So they're proving people wrong. They're coming in. They're winning the games. I'm trying to think of where I'm leaning because I'm going to ask you guys who's going to win and what the score's going to be, and Ryan's going to be our witness. So
Ryan will be the witness.
And I'm writing it on my phone, so I'm going to save it so for next show we can figure out who really knows the most about NFL sports.
Perfect.
I think right now I'm a Steelers fan, and so if the Patriots beat the Steelers,
yes.
Right now that's the only thing I have going for me.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and take the Patriots, and I'm going to take that score being 31-27.
Wow, you had that ready, you son of a gun.
No, I didn't. I'm writing it down right now. 31-27.
Alrighty, fair enough.
Luke? Okay.
You said the Falcons.
Yes.
So what's your score?
I am taking the Falcons at winning 27-23. So a close game, not high scoring, but they're going to pull it out in the end.
Okay.
Falcons are more talented and way better at their position, but it's going to be a close game, and I got the Falcons 35, Patriots 30.
Okay. 35-30. Ryan, nobody can hear you, but do you care to throw in a prediction and I'll voice it on here?
Be happy to hear it.
I think by the third inning, they're probably gonna.
But by 2 strokes, right?
The third inning, there'll be too many goals scored.
4 birdies.
Yeah, it really just depends who makes the most hole-in-ones. I agree on that.
Me too.
I agree on that. So we'll mark you down.
Exactly.
We'll mark you down as a Patriots.
We don't
fan.
have to compete, right? Ryan already won.
Yeah, true.
He made the best point.
I can't think of anything other than what Ryan just said.
Exactly. Just
So,
all right.
Ryan,
Mark
thank
it
you
up.
for that beautiful insight. Ryan, RTD, thank you, Ryan.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think when it comes down to Super Bowls like this, and you think about matchups, you can go on both sides of the ball. So Patriots offense versus Falcons defense, I give the edge to the Patriots offense.
Yes.
Falcons offense, Patriots defense. It's probably still
Matty Ice, you
still
can't.
probably Falcons.
It's gonna be offensive.
Yeah.
So and then you go to special teams. Well, New England always has one of the best special teams in the NFL. They're always well prepared. Stephen Gostkowski is one of the best kickers in the NFL.
Right.
Matt Bryant's been great this year, really good kicker this year, but he kicks in the Georgia Dome.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
So he's indoors. He's not having to worry about the elements.
No wind.
So, and he's never been in a pressure-packed situation like this. So we'll see how he handles that. And then you go to coaching. I think Dan Quinn's a great coach for the Falcons. I think Pete Carroll, disciple, a guy that runs a great defensive scheme. When he came into Atlanta, it was all about air it out and worry about the points later. They didn't care about defense, but Dan Quinn's really turned that around. So great young coach, but I still give that edge to Belichick. So
right, they're just consistent. The
Yeah.
Patriots are. They're never, to me, they're never fantastic and they're never like awful. They're always just consistently good.
Yep, find ways to win.
Exactly. It's amazing.
Yep, I think that. Hang on, sorry, I'm erasing Ryan's.
My
because
God.
he didn't give us Ryan didn't give us a prediction, so I had to erase his name. So, but no, I think you're right. I think that the Patriots are never going to be a team that's going to wow you with super athleticism or anything like that. Tom Brady sure didn't coming out of college, and look what he's done with the team. So, and Gronk goes down for the year, and
Yeah.
That's
they
awful.
don't skip a beat.
The Madden curse, it exists.
That's true.
Keep aware of that.
That's very true.
Even with Brady being out the 4 games at the beginning of the season, they're still able to win with their backups.
And the backups
Don't
back up.
remind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played 2 guys.
Torment. Chris Hogan.
So I mean, they have depth too, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Consistent depth and everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun game to watch. I think.
A lot of points will be scored.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, so we'll move on from that. I have the scores written down, so we'll come back to that next week and see who was the closest. So I was the only one who picked the Patriots.
So
Yeah,
shocking.
dude, that's just I'm tired of it.
Shocking.
As a Steelers fan.
That's all right. I agree. Okay, we'll move on to the Thunder here really quick. We'll just kind of recap the game against Cleveland and preview the game tonight against San Antonio. Obviously, the Thunder a little overmatched in Cleveland, losing to the Cavs 107-91. First game fully without Enes Kanter after his brawl with a chair.
Yes,
that
That's
he
right.
lost.
Oh my gosh.
He lost that fight. The
the
folding
worst
chair.
way.
Folding chair beat him. So
It's out for 2 months, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So the team's already without depth anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They're already without a bunch of star players, and so Russ has been carrying the team all season long. And then you take out his best bench player.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, and they go into Cleveland, actually have a lead at the end of the first quarter, and then just get throttled in the second, and they're down the rest of the game.
Exactly.
So, guys, what do you think needs to happen going forward? Do you think there's any way right now the Thunder are in 6th or 7th? They're in 6th right now.
All right.
Is there any chance that they'll be able to hold that 6 or 7 spot? Because them and Memphis are right there next to each other. They're tied. They're 7 games ahead of Denver. Do you think they'll be able to hold that through the Enes Kanter absence, or do you think that they're going to have to start looking around for pieces?
Very hard to say at this point. Westbrook can definitely lift the team to keep it to a 50-50 record at this point towards playoff time. I don't know if they'll be 6th or they'll be 7th because of the chance that Grizzlies will turn it on. But I really do believe that pieces can be brought together, especially since the Knicks are shopping Carmelo Anthony. So there's a chance at that. Not to mention that Thunder's been open to trade players sometimes.
Occasionally.
Presti,
True.
man, that guy's
True.
scary. But at this point, I just think that they need to be consistent, and Westbrook needs to lay off the sweep kicks, and then we'll have a good shot.
Right. I think the big thing for me is this season. I mean, of course, Westbrook's been doing outstanding with all these triple doubles and setting records and stuff, but I think he needs more support from his supporting cast, the players around him. I mean, I was looking at the scores from last game. You had Adams, I think he had like 7 points. You had Andre Robertson with 4. So I just think he needs more help from his players for them to be able to win. Because I mean, he's of course scoring 40 points, 30 points, but those other guys that are around him need to step up and be able to contribute a little bit more than they have. But playoff-wise, I think they'll squeak in barely. I think they'll keep their position, and but they're not going to make it of course, to the championship. I don't think. Just,
No.
You'll never know.
Yeah,
They might have the
firepower.
best underdog story in history.
Which would be awesome. I'd be down for that. But yeah,
It would be cool. It would be crazy.
yeah.
I don't know how they would do it. Let me get out in front of this schedule a little bit here. So he's out for about 2 months. So the All-Star break is in there at some point. So he'll miss essentially 6 to 7 weeks, which
Mhm.
would put him in around March.
Well, I only say that
Towards the end of
because,
March.
like, it only takes, like you said, their surrounding group of team to turn it on.
Mhm.
And if they turn it on at playoff time, it's happened before,
Right.
where they just randomly shoot all the threes, randomly hit all their shots from the field.
I mean, it can
Well,
happen.
It could happen. So keep your thoughts alive. I really think the Thunder can be like a surprise.
Yeah.
Out of the West.
If they can squeak in, if they can get in as a 6, if they get in as a 7, they're going to play San Antonio. They're not going to win that series. If they can squeak in
True.
as a 6, with the 3 seed right now being Houston, I mean, that's still tough task.
Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
But
Not
a
awful.
lot easier to do that than San Antonio,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So if they can squeak in as a 6, get Houston first round, and they'll have everybody back healthy. If they can win that series, then you never know. Then you never know what can happen.
Yeah.
I just think that what Russell Westbrook is doing this year is astounding.
Oh, my
and the
gosh.
fact that there's anybody else being talked about as an MVP is ridiculous. I know James Harden's having a fantastic season, but
Mm.
Russell Westbrook's had 24 triple doubles with the team that we just talked about.
Yeah.
Very, very rarely contributing. So how he gets 10 assists every night is astounding because a lot of times when he's passing the ball, the guys aren't making the shots.
Yeah.
So if he averages a triple-double through this entire season and doesn't win MVP, it would be one of the worst
Mhm.
MVP ballots of all time.
He's already not in the starting lineup for the All-Star
Yeah.
game.
Exactly.
That one one
Exactly.
got bugged me up
Mind
a lot.
blowing.
Yeah.
Exactly. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. That doesn't come down to fan voting, does it?
They they implemented.
Is fan
They-
voting for the starting 5?
No, they took that off to 1/3 and then 2/3 is writers
that's
and
right.
NBA players.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
So
which is shocking.
yeah.
Makes no sense.
It-
But, you know,
But I'm more surprised that the writers and NBA players don't vote Westbrook as a starter since he's
Yeah.
doing a lot, career triple doubles like crazy.
We just passed like Larry Bird or something like that, I think.
yeah, he just passed him a few games ago.
Yeah.
And so he's got 24 triple doubles, and how many games have they played? They're what's their record right now? They're 36, 28 and 20, so they played 48 games. So he's had a triple double in half their games.
Which is
No big deal.
I mean,
NBA.
gee.
Just saying.
Good lord, how many triple doubles has Steph had? Steph's like the
Mm.
second or third best player on that team.
Mhm.
Second best. Durant's the best player, but
Yeah. Darn you.
crazy. We'll see. I don't know. They probably won't win tonight in San Antonio.
Hey,
That's gonna be tough.
keep your hopes alive.
They play the Bulls after that, I believe.
Yeah, then they host the Bulls. They go on a little homestand, 3 games in a row. They host the Bulls, the Grizzlies, and the Trailblazers.
So that's a good little stretch. The Bulls have
It's a
been
decent stretch.
inconsistent as far as I've seen
Yeah.
this
Oh
year.
my God.
Grizzlies are a tough matchup, especially without Canner now, because you don't
Mhm.
have another big that you can throw down there. But then Portland's off this year, so
They're winnable games.
yeah, absolutely. And then they go on the road to the Pacers, and then they host the Cavs and the Warriors in
Awesome.
back-to-back games. So we'll see. I don't know.
Third time's a charm.
Just got to hang in there.
I think Oklahoma City will win against San Antonio. I don't know about you guys. I really think they can.
I think they can. I don't think they will. Russ is going to have to score 50,
Mhm.
Maybe.
at least 40.
He can do it. I
He
mean,
can do it, yeah. And I say that he may score 50, but the other guys may score 30.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
they end up scoring 87 and they lose by 25.
I feel my boy Oladipo is going to come through in this one. I
Okay,
feel it. I
that's
feel
fine.
it. It's been 5 games, but I feel he's going to come
Yeah.
through after that
Yeah.
charity event. I feel like he's going to come through on that one.
All right, fair enough.
Heart's lifted.
Absolutely. All right, real briefly, we'll talk about just 2 things really quick. We'll talk about the Australian Open. I know we didn't really talk about this in the Open or anything like that, but
Oh, yeah.
2 really good matches. Serena beat Venus
Oh, yes.
in the finals,
Ninth
and then
all
Federer
time.
and then Federer beat Nadal.
The
So,
Oh my God.
Just really
longtime
the
rivals.
The Australian Open couldn't have done that any better.
No
I mean,
kidding.
And a major where really nobody was talking about it because it's tennis and all the other sports are kind of getting into full swing now.
Mhm.
And then they have those 2 finals. There's really not much analysis we need to have. I just want to throw that in there because I thought it was cool.
No.
how-
Yeah, no kidding.
I
That's
think
fantastic.
Serena's 35 or 34 somewhere. like that.
She's
Around-
up there.
yeah.
She's in her mid-30s, and so that's when you're out of your prime
Mm.
in tennis now.
Federer's
So-
old, too.
Yeah, Federer's old as well, and 1 in 5 sets
Yeah, I
against
think
Nadal.
Nadal's like 30. And
Yeah. So all these old guys are still coming in and winning. So
It's
I thought that
awesome
was
to
cool.
see. I love it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much you guys watch tennis. I really don't watch a lot, but I watch
Oh,
that stuff.
that
keep
match
up
of
with
Nadal
it,
and Federer
Yeah.
rivaled
Oh,
all
absolutely.
time, and the
Fantastic.
fact that Federer beat him
Mhm.
for the first time for a final is
Mhm.
amazing
Mhm.
because
Absolutely.
Nadal
Yes.
did fall off, but
Definitely.
Federer went through with elegance, and Venus and Serena, 9th all time, they all faced off in a final.
Yeah.
Being sisters too.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
that
it's
adds
so
to
good.
it. Like, do you think they'd like talk smack to each other afterwards, or do you think
No.
they hug each other? I don't know. I have no idea.
They were competitive, but at the end they're like, hey, listen,
Yeah.
we're still the best
Yeah.
in
This
the
is like
in our
huggers.
division.
I think they're huggers. I definitely think they're huggers. And last, we'll just kind of talk about this briefly. Tiger in the tournament out in California, out at Torrey Pines, missed the cut. John Rahm ended up winning the tournament, shot 65 on Sunday, eagled 18. Great way to end the tournament. Great way to get his first win.
22-year-old, right?
Yeah, just came out of Arizona State.
Yeah.
Really good college player.
Oh my, yeah, very good.
So Tiger misses the cut. Expectations probably weren't that high anyway, but to make himself feel a little bit better, all the players in his group missed the cut. Jason Day and Dustin Johnson.
Mhm.
They all played together Thursday and Friday. All three of them missed the cut. So two of the best players in the world and one of the former best players in the world all missed the cut. So as a Tiger fan, I wasn't necessarily worried about the score. I was worried about how he was playing.
Mhm.
Thursday wasn't all that good. He was a little off, but Friday he hit the ball really well.
Shot 72, right?
Yeah, found more fairways. Just wasn't as sharp with his irons and wedges as he normally is. Missed a few putts. So
Yeah.
he is in Abu Dhabi this week playing. He flew out on Monday, I think. So
Is that the
Sunday.
Desert Classic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's two tournaments this week. It's Waste Management's in Phoenix, and then the Dubai Desert Classic
Right.
in Dubai.
I'm
So-
surprised the Waste Management in Phoenix tour is actually one of the best ones.
Oh, it's amazing. It
is great.
The stadium hole, I think it's 16. It's a little par 3. Tiger made a hole in one there. It's one of his most memorable shots back when he first started his career.
Yeah.
They always have huge turnouts. I think it's because they sell a whole bunch of beer, and I guess I don't know if it's a bunch of like people from Arizona State and those colleges in there that come in. I'm
Like
not
a
sure.
college town or something.
But Saturday at the Waste Management Phoenix Open is one of the best days in golf. So if you're not a golf fan, that's one of the best days.
And
to
don't be
watch.
deceived by the name. It's actually beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not a bunch of waste. I can tell you that.
Yeah, no
much.
kidding.
It's a great course. So, all right. Well, I think we did it. We made it through every topic on our list. That's pretty good. That doesn't normally happen.
That's
So,
good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
internal pat on the back for us there. So,
at
well,
us.
guys, we are going to be on every Tuesday at this time. We will be sharing this on the YouTube channel. And Ryan, are we on Cox 125? Do you know? Okay, we're also on Cox 125, so if you guys want to tune in on there as well, you can. But for now, we will say goodbye, and I'm TJ Eckert,
Luke Parrish.
And Victor Cazada.
and we'll see you guys next time.